thread sealant, automotive grade. Well, I'm here working on the Spyder, and it's another hot day. Not too hot, only 95, which is what, 30 something degrees Celsius. So, where'd that bolt go? A friend of mine said don't put Teflon tape on the threads, use thread locker, thread sealant, Permatex. So, I cleaned out the hole with some brake cleaner and the bolt, spread this stuff on, and right now I'm going to thread it in, and I forgot the lock washer. And the phone's ringing. Oh boy. Alright, got that big bolt tightened up with the thread sealer, and got thread sealer on the differential spring camber compensator. If I had the time, I would have run an Allen key in there, drilled it to the correct size, and run an Allen screw to close off the hole so I could take off that bracket without losing all my oil. But no time, I got things to do and places to go. So, I'm filling my differential with not Prestone power steering fluid, but it's the container I'm using. I'm using GL4, Gear Lube 4, multi-purpose stay lube from CRC Chemicals. I bought it at Napa for 30 bucks. And it's a light duty gear oil that doesn't have the extra additives that affect the synchronizers in a manual transmission Corvair. This car shares the differential and transmission oil. They get shared, so you can't put heavy duty GL5, which is by far the most common oil. So I've already put in 2 quarts of this, 2 liters. Make sure if you got a manual shift Corvair that you do not put GL5 in. Some guys say they run them forever, but if you shift a lot, you're gonna have problems, and there goes all the oil I just put in the differential. I should have had my plug ready. I'm losing all my GL4, and that bugs me because it costs money. There, I'll catch it. And the case is pretty clean, so shouldn't have too many metal shavings. Where's the plug? Good question, huh? Right here. Should have had it ready. Too busy making videos. Now, I still have to fill the transmission right there. Transfill. But it's hard to get a bottle up high because you got speedometer cable right there, and gas line right there, and upper control arm cross member right there, so we're not getting any bottles in there. So what I need is a pump. You suck the oil, looks like a grease gun kind of sort of. You suck the oil out of the container and you pump it in. I'll see if I can find mine. I've had one for a lot of years. A friend of mine 30 years ago brought me one back from New Jersey. He brought me back a pump that goes into the plastic bottle from Pep Boys. Plastic pump, and I think I did have it for the longest time, even though he brought it to me 25 years ago or something, 30 years ago. I don't know. There's my vacuum pump, that's for air conditioning. Don't know. Here's my funnel with a piece of pipe on it, but it's a long way. Put a funnel over here to get some oil in there, so I'll just see if I can find that pump. It's a more direct action. Alright, getting this thing together. I'm going to take it for the junkyard today if I get it together. I'd better label this as GL4, not to forget. Anyhow, let's go look in my basement junkyard from my shop that I closed. Boy, I stopped working there in yeah, I gotta fix the Honda. I stopped working there in 1994, and I closed the place in 1995. Didn't pay a couple of months rent, but I eventually fessed up and paid. Lights are on, and here's a lot of the stuff that I saved from that shop that I ran for 6 years, 5-6 years. You've seen it. All kinds of junk. Hate to throw it away. Just sitting here collecting dust. Didn't wax any cars. That's a Citroen. Yep, all kinds of goodies, just getting dustier and rustier. Yeah, anyways, I think it's over. Yeah, there's my Chevrolet trash can. It's rusty. Ah! There it is. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Yep, suction pump. 100%. Batteries are charged. Are you looking for me?
No.
I've got my suction pump. Well, I tried to use the suction pump and it's seized. Rusted. So let's see if I can get the top off of it without mangling it. Oh yeah, here it goes. Oh boy. Yep, just like I said. Everything's getting rusted sitting in that basement. Oh boy. Another one bites the dust. Never ends, huh? Nothing gets better with age. Not U-joints or ball joints. Yep, broken. I was just looking at an advertisement for war veterans. Men and women that have come back from Iraq with limbs missing, eyes missing, faces missing, skin missing. Yep. Don't forget the vets. It's all too easy. Freedom ain't free. Said that enough times. Now what do I do with this thing? Soak it in seafoam, I guess. So much for driving that thing today. Back from the junkyard. Oil's dripping full. My sucking pressure gun is making a mess everywhere, and time to cap it up and let the jack down. Yep.